Hello everyone, I'm Tokoto, and here I am again doing another Walking Dead episode review on Season 7, Episode 5, Go Getters. I almost forgot the name of the episode, but I remembered it. So I apologize for not making this video anytime sooner. I just got my iPad back as I left at my grandmother's back a couple weeks ago when I went to her house for Thanksgiving, and I left it there by accident because I was filming something when I was there. It's top secret, and I won't talk about it here, but it's because it's off topic, so I'm going to get on topic now. So, this was the 5th episode of Season 7 of The Walking Dead, and this focused on the people in the Weathertop. Maggie was at the Weathertop, and it explains, what she has been doing while she's at the Weathertop. So, Sasha and the actors, Maggie arrives at the Weathertop, and Maggie checked out via nose, so the baby's alright, and Maggie goes and sees Glenn's grave and also Abraham's, and how the watch that Herschel gave to Glenn is on his grave. And I was like, oh, that's a nice callback in a way. So, yeah, it was pretty interesting to see that watch again. You always see that, Glenn have it out once in a while, I believe. If I'm wrong, my sincere apologies about that. But yes, it was, and Gregory, the leader pretty much of Weathertop, was saying, we don't bury bodies, we burn them. I was like, excuse me? It's like, that woman's wife just died, and the other girl had a crush on the handlebar mustache bro, and you leave them bodies there. So, I believe, yeah, they did keep them there. As I was saying, it's been a while since I watched the episode, so if I don't remember key things, my sincere apologies. But yeah, I was like saying, like, are they gonna bury them back in Alexandria? But they're buried in Weathertop, so there's that for you. I think how the episode flowed was nice. This episode, for this season, pretty much the first half has shown of how much the saviors have taken over other communities, of how they take half of their crap. They have the kingdom, the Weathertop, Alexandria, and then people haven't seen the episode 6, but Oceanside. So that Negan has a lot of territory in a way for taking over places, and I thought that was pretty interesting too. Negan wasn't in this episode? Simon was, Negan's right hand man, and so he went to Weathertop and saying we need to talk. And so I how they showed out to Weathertop in that scene. Holy shnikes, Negan has got a lot of people, and it shows more on the episode 7 too. But it was pretty interesting how it flowed out. I thought this episode would be kind of meh, but it's actually pretty good. It held my attention, and Jesus is an interesting character, Paul, and how they had the walkers coming to Weathertop. I thought Weathertop was screwed. I was like, yeah, if there's more walkers coming in, because it was only Sasha and Jesus, and Maggie could have done anything because she has a baby and stuff. So yeah, and Maggie did help by running over the walkers with that tractor. And they had the car. How Jesus had the break in the car to stop the music, and the music was attracting the walkers into Weathertop. And I was like, oh, okay, so basically the saviors are trying to get the Weathertop people killed, and then the saviors come the next day, and they talk to Gregory on all that. So yeah, I do have to say that it was a nice pace of episode, because I feel like the first couple episodes were a little bit slower, but this one was well paced. I noticed that. And I like how Carl and Indy, I can't say her name, and let's call her E. Let's call her E. We'll call her E for now, until I get her name correct. But yes, Carl and E, people say oh my god, first kiss. Yeah, there you go, Carl got his first kiss. Coral. So yeah, that was, I don't know. I was going to say interesting, but what's so interesting about Kiss? To people, that may be interesting. But, yes. So, I like how the ending went out with Carl and Jesus seeing Carl and like in the Weathertop, not Weathertop, the Savior, Carl, like he was like sitting by the boxes and he was like, hey, and I was Jesus like, what's up, my homie? I haven't seen you since I got your dad and stuff, and yeah, that was like, oh, because it was like based off the comics of what episode 7 showed and showing that Carl going to Negan on the sanctuary, which I will talk about when I do my episode 7 review. And so I thought I had much more to say about this episode, but nothing too big happened. E went to Weathertop, and now she's there with Maggie and Sasha, so they're good. And Jesus is Jesus and Carl going to the sanctuary to, I don't know what they're going to do. Deal with Negan, I guess. But, well, I'm pretending I'm in the past, but yeah, I kind of know. So, at the time it's recording, episode 7 already aired, and it's still a mystery of what Jesus is trying to do. I think he's still trying to get in the sanctuary, but I don't know what exactly he's trying to do. So, yeah. I try not to look in the comics and see what he's doing, but, yeah. So, that's basically it for this episode review. I thought I had much more to say. My sincere apologies. If I did this episode review earlier on, then I probably would have had more to say, but I don't. I think I pretty much summed it up. It was good to see Maggie, Sasha, and Jesus again, as we haven't seen him since. Well, Jesus we haven't seen since last season, but Maggie and Sasha we haven't seen since the first episode. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this episode review. Tell me guys what you think of this episode in the comment section down below. What did I think of this episode overall? I think it was pretty good. Like I said, well paced. So I don't know. I'll get a rating. I guess 8 out of 10 because it was like a much better episode. I guess it held my attention like other episodes do, but not as good as this one. So yeah, basically it for this video. Till then, I'm Tokoto, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.